Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Janelle Veronica. I'm sure you've seen me pop up on your feed already. You've probably watched a couple of my videos already, so you should know. I'm Janelle Veronica. I post twice a week, usually on Wednesdays and on Saturdays. I've been a little naughty and not posting to schedule, but hopefully we'll get everything back on track and I'll get back to posting on my usual Wednesdays and Saturdays. And while you're here, if you want to, feel free to join the family. It doesn't cost you anything. Just hit the subscribe button and make sure that you turn on your post notifications as well. All right, so enough for the intro. What are we doing today? I know for sure today I want to do a red lip. I know it's still fall, but people have their Christmas trees up. Okay, it's soon time for me to put my Christmas tree up, and a red lip screams Christmas. So that is what I am going to do today. So I'm going to keep my intro short. I'm going to grab a primer and I'm going to get some makeup on my face. No, primer. Alright, so I've decided today to go in with my e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. It's a gripping primer. I haven't used this in a little bit. I want my base today to be flawless, so I'm going to take my time. So if the video is longer than it usually is, just bear with me, because I want to take my time and make sure that my base looks as perfect as possible, as nice as I can make it look, Alright, so I was just drying down the primer a little bit until it gets nice and tacky. For my foundation, I'm going to go in with a matte foundation. I have oily skin, so I always normally opt for, not always, because I love the Fenty. I always ramble on in my videos. I like to give y'all as much information as possible, but I like the Fenty Hydrating Foundation. I find that works good with my skin, so I use that, or I use the matte one as well. But today I'm going to go in with my Nars Soft Matte Complete Foundation. The shade that I use is Marquises, which is medium deep, number 5. I'm going to go with my e.l.f. sponge. I have a new sponge. This is so pretty and I love a new sponge. I normally use Real Technique sponges, but I decided to pick up the e.l.f. Total Face sponge. It says you can use it wet or dry, but I'm using it damp. So I'm just going to go in and pounce that. So that blended out so quickly. Like the sponge so far. I'm going to move on to concealer. For concealer today, I'm going to go in with a Kiss concealer. I don't know the last thing that I used a Kiss product, but I saw this in my beauty supply store. It says consumer choice number 1 concealer. That's what it says. Number 1 concealer. Good. And it's their Protouch Full Cover Concealer. The shade that I picked up is Warm Coconut. So let's see. It has a nice big doe-foot applicator, which I like. Now, usually I let my concealers dry down, and I'm going to contour with another concealer. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear More Than Concealer. The shade that I'm going in with is 445 Espresso, and I'm going to use that to contour. Just going back in with my foundation sponge to make sure that we're blended. Soften those edges. Now today, to blend out my concealer, I don't remember ever using a brush to blend out my concealer, and I want to try it, so I said, why not? Let's do it together. This is a Nicka K angled concealer brush. All right, so this is what the brush looks like, a nice small dense brush. So I'm gonna start at my chin. You know, it feels like if you have more control with the brush and the concealer, blending out nicely. I have to blend out my nose contour. Let me do that quickly. I always forget to blend out my nose contour, you know. I must say, I really enjoyed blending that out with a brush. I hit myself in the eye, so my eye is going to water a little bit. I want to lighten up the inner corner of the eye a little bit. So I'm just going to go in with my Too Faced concealer in the shade Butterscotch. Just back in with the foundation sponge around the edges. All right, nice. So those of you who have been blending out your concealer with a brush and not commenting and leaving me a comment, why did you do that? This was so enjoyable. I like that. It felt so therapeutic. I felt like if I had more control in terms of where the concealer was going and being able to concentrate it exactly where I want it. So moving forward, I think I am a convert. Now moving on to setting powder, I'm going to go in with my Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Baking and setting powder. The shade that I use in this powder is Banana Bread. So I'm just going to give it a light set first of all, just to always set that concealer. Make sure I set it down first, and then I'll go in and bake a little bit. Now to set my foundation, I'm gonna go in with my Fenty powder, the Fenty Soft Matte Powder Foundation in the shade 450. I just normally work this around the perimeter of the face. I'm going to go in with my Juvia's Place palette, the bronzer palette. I need to get some more bronzers. I feel like if I've been just using the same bronzers over and over and over again. So if you know of any really good bronzers, just make sure you drop me a recommendation. You know, I can always take recommendations. I might be into makeup, but there are products that you may be using that I don't know of that are really bomb and good products. So just drop your girl a recommendation. So I'm gonna go in with the darker shade first. You know, you always start with the darker shade. Then I go in with the lighter shade just to blend that out. Make it look a little bit more seamless. I'm going to go in with that dark shade and just set the contour. Alright, and if you're still watching at this point, thank you so much. As I said, today I really want to concentrate on my base. I wanted to concentrate on my base and try to get my base as nice as possible. It might not be perfect because we're not perfect, but as nice as possible for me. Alright guys, so I did my brows quickly off camera. I always do my brows off camera just to save a little bit of time. Not that they take me long, but it's just brows. For my eyeshadow today, I'm going to go in with the LA Girl Pro Neutrals eyeshadow palette. Okay, it's a neutrals palette and I mainly want it because I want that gold shimmer shade to be on my lid. There are some nice crease shades, transition shades, a nice dark brown that we can do a nice shadowing with in the palette. So let me just jump in and get an eye look going. I'm going to lay down a crease shade, and for my crease, I'm going to go in with this very neutral brown shade, that one right there in the palette. This one, I'm going to use that in my crease. I'm going to transition that by going into this clay colored brown in the palette. This one like an orangey browny shade. It looks like the color of clay. And I'm just going to use that as a transition shade. I think nothing screams holiday more than like either a gold, a silver, or even like a green on the lid. Shimmer shade. Now I'm going to go in with that gold that I showed you earlier. this one in the palette, and I'm going to use that on my lid. I'm going to go in with the darkest brown in the shade and a nice small angle brush and do a shadowing. Just a nice small cute one, nothing too overpowering on the eye. I'm also going to rake some of that dark brown under the lower lash line. Alright, let me just dust away. I'm not done with my under eye. My under eye takes work. There's one final step that I'm going with. If you've been around here, you know for a while, you know that I always going towards the end and smooth out my under eyes. But I'm just dusting away that bit. And the concealer looks good. As we said, today was the first time I've ever used the Kiss concealer. As it says, it's the #1 consumer choice concealer, and it looks good. The shade that I used was Warm Coconut, but to be fair, I still also went in with my Too Faced concealer just to brighten up the inner corners of the under eye. Let me pop a pair of lashes on, come back and do my blush and get into my red lip. Alright guys, so lashes are on. Eye look is cute, it's not overpowering. It's a nice subtle neutral glam eye look. I think that the lip should be the star of the show, but I'm going to put some blush on. I'm going to go in with one of my favorite blushes, which is the Revlon powder blush in the shade Very Berry. And this is my Real Techniques 400 blush brush that I'm going in with. Alright, I'm going to go back to the Huda Beauty Satin Powder, going with my Morphe M554 tapered brush. Dip into the powder, shake the excess off. I'm going and set, and this blends the edge, like where the under eye meets the blush. It blends it in seamlessly. So you see this side looks more blended, more seamless, and this side looks a little bit more harsh. I'm gonna go in with my Urban Decay all-nighter, long-lasting makeup set in place because we want that glam to stay locked in place. Now the face is still a little wet with the setting spray. I'm gonna let it dry down on its own. I'm gonna line my lip. I'm thinking, do I go with a red liner or a plum? This is a Plum Nicka K lip pencil. The shade is called Plum. And I'm thinking to just line my lips very gently with a plum liner. Okay, and this lip is a drugstore lip. You don't have to go and spend a whole set of money just to get the perfect red lip. Now for my lipstick, I'm gonna go in with a Maybelline cream lipstick. The shade is number 333 Hot Chase. All right, and this is what the red looks like. It's already shiny, but I want to top it with a gloss. This is a Palladio lip gloss. The shade that I'm going in with is Ruby Reds, and it looks so pretty. For a little bit of highlighter, where is my highlighter brush? Oh, here it is. I use a Royal Techniques 402 brush to highlight. This is the Nicka K Perfection highlighter. This is the first time that I'm using this. The shade is called Cleopatra. It's like a pink, like a rose gold shade. Ooh. Can you see that? That is gorgeous. This I swear, listen, I keep mentioning it, Nicka K makes some good affordable makeup products, you know. You definitely have to check them out on Instagram, and they have their own website where you can go on and order their products. And this highlighter, look at it. I hope you can see it. Hope the camera is picking it up. It is so pretty. I got some makeup on my shirt apparently. Yeah guys, but that's the look. I think this lip is so pretty. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. I hope you like it. Okay, and I wanted to use drugstore products instead of using things that are really expensive. You can always pick up the Maybelline lipstick, the Nicka K. I'm not sure if you get Nicka K on like Amazon or if they're only in like beauty supply stores. Hopefully they're in your beauty supply store if you shop at beauty supply stores. And the Palladio lip gloss, you can always order the lip gloss from their website. All right, and they're all very affordable. So I hope you guys like the makeup look today. Today the video was a little longer than normal, and my dogs are starting to bark, signaling to me that it is time to wrap it up. Alright guys, so thank you so much for hanging out with me for yet another video. Oh yes, and as I said, I really like the Kiss concealer that I tried today for the first time, and I will be using it again in more videos. 10 out of 10 so far. Well, not 10 out of 10 so far because I have to see how it wears, if it melts away or not. I'll report back in my next video, but so far I like the way how it's performing and I like the way how it looks. Alright guys, so thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed. Give the video a thumbs up. It really helps with the algorithm and pushing my videos out there. I'm a small creator. I'm pushing my videos out there so that more people can see my videos and perhaps join the family as well. So until next time, be fabulous. Have a fantastic week wherever you are, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys. Oh my god, my dogs. Disrespectful.